We don't see throws from you often on like the ones you had on those interceptions. What happened with your own play today, would you say?
Yeah, it's some throws for sure. The kid made a nice one down the middle, but the other two, I probably should have just checked out of that play and handed the ball off or adjusted the route in the first one. And then, I just was a little off balance and threw a bad one to Dave in the back.
Where are you at mentally, Aaron? All you've done is win for most of your time here. Now you're sitting here at 3-6, and you know the rest.
Yeah, pretty disappointed. That about sums it up, Bill. Just disappointed.
Went from a team that won 13 games 3 years in a row to this. How did that happen?
Well, a lot of things went into that. I think we won a lot of one-score games over those years, and haven't been doing that this year. That's one thing.
You kicked around at least possibly retiring in the offseason, is that right? Do you at all regret not retiring? I mean, there are times outside looking in where you look almost miserable on the field sometimes.
I think that's an exaggeration, Pete. Frustration and miserability are two different emotions. So when I decided to come back, it was all in, and I don't make decisions and then, hindsight 2020, have regrets about big decisions like that. So I was all in, and this is a lot of life lessons for sure this year. But luckily it's not over. There's still a lot of games left. We'll be counted out, probably by many, and we'll see how we respond.
Prior to that throw that Dave fourth down with a timeout, you guys came out of it. There's been some confusion about personnel. AJ ran off, Aaron came in. How does that happen?
I'm not sure. I don't handle the personnel substitution, so I'm not sure what was going on. I guess we wanted AJ on that play, but I don't think it really mattered.
Aaron, are you looking for a penalty on the throw that was last drive? The one down the left side.
Yeah, it looked like it was possibly there, but if I'd thrown it maybe a little closer to him, possibly that would have been a penalty. I think it could have been illegal contact, but I probably should have put it a little bit more in his area to get that penalty.
And then Rodgers throw, was he open? Or?
It was tight. I couldn't really tell. I had to throw a little early. I couldn't tell exactly what angle he was going to come out. I don't know what happened, if it was slightly behind him or if it was just knocked away. But I don't know. I got to see the film.
On the one to Dave, I couldn't tell if he was open. Even so, was there another option on that?
There was only two options on the play, but I probably should have given him a chance. I'll definitely have to live with that throw for the rest of my life with our friendship.
You've been pretty optimistic these last couple weeks, saying all it takes is one. Sounds like there's still a little bit of that left, but how do you? I'm not trying to be disrespectful in saying this. How do you believe that you guys can still turn around after you guys just lost to that team?
I've been counted out many times in my life, as have many of my teammates, and I hope we just dig deep and find a way. We will truly be underdogs for many games moving forward. Hopefully we can embrace that. We have 2 games at home. We got to go win those 2 games in a week, and then this thing looks a little different.
Are you encouraged maybe by your record against the Cowboys? You've done really well against them historically. Does that add any sort of comfortability to next week?
We won a lot of games down there, but no, not really. It's new teams, different situations, but we have 2 games at home in a week.
You say you have a hug with Rashawn, all the guys are hugging him on the way out. Is that a bad sign for you that you guys might know something about where he stands right now?
I I don't know what his status is. I didn't even know he was, what happened to him in the game. But obviously we had him go out, 87 early, 9, 33, 59 being out, 21. So some significant injuries in that game. Still had a chance to overcome it though.
Aaron, I think you had as many as 8 or 9 teammates that had to exit the game today with injuries. A couple of changes on your offensive line. You were on the run today, getting some first downs. Did that say something to the intensity of today's game or something else?
Well, I mean, I played, but I never gave up. And obviously I don't want to lead us in rushing, but I knew I was going to have to make some plays with my legs. And that's really moving forward, I'm going to have to keep doing things like that. But no, I feel like we never gave up. I mean, we moved the ball well in the first half, and I threw a couple picks in the end zone. Took points off the board. So that obviously came back to hurt us down the stretch.
This week you were talking about injuries quite a bit at your locker. You had most of your guys today. Now I realize you lost them throughout, but you had most of your guys for the first half and you still couldn't score. You've scored so many points over the years. What do you think's gone wrong? Is it as simple as you don't have Devontae and all that, or is there something else to it?
I think there's a lot to it, Bill. But it really just comes down to execution. Play comes in, we got to execute it. And, you know, there's a lot of things that go into that. But, you know, we had a couple chances, for sure. Can't lose a game like that against that team, though. So that's going to hurt for a while.
I don't know if Jim asked it, but on the final drive, there was that 3rd and 5 at midfield where then it took like forever for the play to start or something. Did you get a feel for what was going on there? And then you kind of had a really intentionally called a timeout on the 4th down.
Yeah, but the timeout got taken away because they put time back on the clock, and I'm not sure what was going on exactly. They were trying to figure out how much time was on the clock. The ref was talking to me about 122, 112, blah, blah, blah. And then, obviously, we had a chance the last 4 plays, couldn't get it done.
And the ball that went off the guy's helmet at the goal line, is that how you would normally throw it down there, or is that related to the phone or anything like that?
No, I mean, it's a tight window down there. The issue is it's a semi-blind kind of turn to it, where you turn it to the back to fake the handoff, to bring the guy up in the line of scrimmage, and then I never really saw him. I peeked out of the corner of my eye to see where Allen was, and I'm throwing it. So obviously the bounces haven't gone our way the last couple weeks.
It's usually kicked out.
No, it's usually just we're expecting him to kind of get up in the line of scrimmage with that action.
Did your hand get it again on, I think it was maybe the touchdown to Allen?
Yeah, a couple times.
Back the 2-point play at all?
No, not really. It was more just, it looked like he got grabbed, or, you know, I double clutched it. Probably should have just let that go on 3.
Two more for you credited the defender for the deep middle interception. What happened on the other 2?
I threw it off the guy's helmet, and I threw kind of off balance about 5 yards short. Bad throw.
You guys you've tried a lot of different things on offense to try to get this going. Nothing's working. Is there what's left to turn to?
The up-tempo stuff, I think, has been how we've been scoring. So a game like today with 33 going out and 87 going out, 9 going out, you know, I felt like a tempo was good for us. But we'll see who's healthy next week and what we can do at home.